I want somebody who's going to be accountable and hold these players accountable and then actually do it. That's what I want.
Yeah.
And what we didn't have is that the last few years when Scioscia's been gone. We didn't have that. We had a guy that would yell and scream, Phil Nevin, right? Like that's all he did, right? That's not accountability. That's just, you don't have self-control, right? And then Wash, we're going to do this, but then there really wasn't a sign that they were doing that. And then kind of in between, Joe Madden, I think just was he was going to do his own thing. He wasn't going to listen to Perry. He wasn't like, I'm going to manage this team how I want to manage this team. And now with his book and all of his podcasts, he's told us how awful it was working with Perry and how he was not in sync with Perry Manassian. And so I think we need somebody who's going to hold this team accountable, and they need to hold these young guys accountable. I think that you win over a Logan O'Hoppe and a Zach Neto and a Nolan Shawnuel and a Joe Adell. You win them over when accountability is leading the way. And I think that all of those guys have proven that they want to win. And so I want a guy who's going to help them live that, not just hold that deep in their hearts. I want them to live that. So if you stink, I'm pulling you, man. Like this isn't going to be a game where you're going to be playing in. If you're going to do well on the mound, I'm not pulling you after the analytics say 4 2/3 after 3 times through the yard. I'm going to leave you out there. I want a manager that's going to see the game and coach the game and use the analytics as maybe some scaffolding, but not as why he's making decisions. I want accountability. You don't hustle, you don't run to first, even on that pop-up, you're out of the game, or you're getting you're getting your butt chewed in the dugout, right? Like I want this team to hold each other accountable, and I want this team to perform on the field. That's why these players, they're having to figure it out themselves. Time for a manager to bring them together and say, this is who we are, this is what we're going to do, and then we're actually going to do it.